Hey, welcome to the part 107 post interview. Probably would not be making this interview if I didn't pass. I made a 92 and I couldn't believe it. I took the online King's Academy exam, free exam, and I don't think I ever made under, or I didn't make over 88, something like that. Maybe I might have made a 90 one time. Okay, so you don't want to know how good I did. You want to know what happened. Well, after signing up for the Part 107 exam, I got a date and I set the time and I set it for 8 a.m. in the morning. Some people are night owls, some people are morning owls. I just wanted to get it done early and get it over with. I arrived at the testing facility at 7:30 a.m. and I had all of my flashcards. And I started going through my flashcards. Areas I thought I was weak in, like the 4 categories that drones are labeled in, category 1, 2, 3, and 4. Like, for example, category 4 needs an airworthiness certificate, etc. So I spent about 15 minutes just beating my brain and just putting some stuff in my memory. And whether it helped or not, I can't really tell. Any studying you do is going to be good. But the studying that you do needs to be focused and have purpose to it, not just random YouTube studying random stuff. Don't do that. But you can use YouTube University. I chose the free route, and if you choose the pay route, that's great. You would probably put less time into studying if you choose the pay route for the studying. But anyway, I entered and they greeted me with a smile. Hello, it was great. I sat down in a chair and I had to sign some paperwork. If you read through some of the paperwork, it tells you about a bathroom break if you need it. Read through it. You give yourself a little time and read through it. Then they checked my ID. They made sure it was me. And they put all of my stuff in a red bag. My ID, my car keys. That's the only thing I took in with me was my ID and car keys. Then after I put everything in my little red bag and they locked it, and then I threw it over my shoulder and took it in with me and put it on the back of the chair. But before I went in, they give you a shakedown. If you ever went in prison to visit a prisoner, if you've ever worked in corrections or been to a jail house or whatever, you've been shook down before. They didn't really put their hands on me, but they did check under my pant legs, my sleeves, my little hoodie I've got here. They checked that. I did not take my hat. I did not take my sunglasses. And then at that point, make sure you use the bathroom before you go in. And at that point, they give you a whole stack of stuff. Like they give you a magnifying glass, they give you pens, paper, everything you need. A calculator. You don't need to bring a calculator. Don't bring a calculator. That's just something else to carry around. I used the calculator one time on on the I think it was the chart for like G-force. Your aircraft weighs 33 pounds and you're in a 45-degree turn. What is the weight on the aircraft? Which don't worry, during studying you'll learn that, how to do that. There was only one of those, which I wish there would have been about 15 because I was good at those. So I sit down at the desk. It's a comfortable seat, The lighting is good, a lot of space. I've got reading glasses. I've got my magnifying glass. Now, I chose to go a different route with the magnifying glass, and they allowed me to use it. And that's this awesome thing. This awesome thing gives you light. Isn't that cool? And man, does it light up the towers. Oh, and the AGLs and MSLs of the towers. Several questions on towers and height and what airspace are you operating in. I kind of organized my desk. There's a little tutorial where you do some sample questions like how many states are there in the United States? What's the capital of this, that, and the other? You know, and you answer those questions. Just practice stuff. I begin the test, and the first question said refer to figure 22, and for some reason, I guess it's where I did not use an actual test supplement, charts and stuff. I just used the PDF. I looked at the bottom of the page and it said 2-25, and I was looking for figure 25. I'm like, 225, that's not it. I said, Minot Airport is not anywhere on this. What am I? And then I realized that's the page number, 2-25, 2-26. The figure number is directly under the chart. Okay, so that was my first question. The first question was what operating frequency should you use if the tower in the day is Delta, but at night it becomes it reverts to Echo? What frequency should you use? Of course, you just go to your CTAF, which you learn everything about aeronautical charts. Watch every video on aeronautical charts. But one of the things that I committed to memory about the aeronautical charts is their height and their radius and their color. Of course, if you go straight to the beginning of the testing supplement, it's got the magenta, shaded magenta, dash blue, dash magenta, blue and magenta, what all those mean. But as you go through the test supplement, believe me, those will be committed to memory. You won't have to worry about committing those to memory. You'll do so many supplement questions in your practice that you will learn to know and to love them. I think the second question I had, the first question was pretty straightforward, but the second question asked about alcohol, and it was a trick question. As long as you know that 8 hours, 0.04, 8 hours. I kept seeing a test question online that said, how long does it take for an alcoholic beverage to pass through your system? And it was like a trick question. It takes 3 hours. But the FAA don't want you flying until 8 hours. I got asked a few weather questions. I think I had to refer to the METAR report one time. I don't think I ever had to refer to a TAF report, but they did ask me about temporary flight restrictions, TFRs, and it wanted me to read a TFR and determine what action I could take. Well, I never read a TFR. I just knew what they were. I was like, they're going to ask me a question. What is TFR? Temporary flight restrictions. And what do they do? Well, you can't fly over Washington, D.C. You can't fly over the Super Bowl. It does jump around. Sometimes it'll stay in the same category. But one of the things that I noticed is that the theme would change. The theme would go from sectional charts to operations, to safety, like crew resource management. And then it would rotate back into sectional charts again. A lot of tower questions. Where am I operating at? Am I poking through class Charlie airspace? My strategy was I was going to do the entire test at a really diligent speed, dissecting, reading the question maybe 3 times, using up at least an hour of my time, and then the other hour I was going to go through it again. And by going through it again, I changed 4 answers, because some of the questions that you read will answer the question before, and I didn't pick up on it, but the second time through I did. I signed up for the test about a month and a half out, and the first practice test I took, I made a 39 on King's Academy online free practice test. That was very discouraging. But back to the test. So I go through the test, and at the end there's a survey. You do the little survey, and then you select finish, pack up your stuff, go outside, and as soon as you walk in the room, they, unlike your little red bag that you took in and hung on the back of your chair that had your ID in it and your wallet and your keys, and by the time you get your stuff out of that bag, she's handing you a printout. And I turned it up and looked, and it said I made a 92. Now, if you're getting ready to sign up for your test, I recommend, if you know you got time, do a month and a half out. 2 months if you work a lot. But go ahead, don't study for 2 months and then sign up 2 months. I mean, you're just going to burn out and you're not going to retain anything. What I suggest is that you make a commitment by signing up for the test, because the test requires a lot of respect. A lot of respect. Sign up for the test, then you're committed, and you paid that $175. You're committed. These are some of the resources. I have to give King's Academy the kudos, because that online test, I took it 15 to 20 times. I took it 2 times yesterday before today, and I took the FAA free exam last night. There was several questions about weather, risk management, crew resource management, know your weather, unstable and stable air. Unstable and stable air. Let me repeat that again. Unstable and stable air. Know the characteristics, what kind of clouds, what kind of visibility, what does it cause, is it showery precipitation, everything about stable and unstable air. It doesn't hurt to know what causes stable and unstable air. There was another guy. It might be Drone U. I can't remember, but he had a real deep voice. You'll know his videos on YouTube because it's like got an airline captain with big arms and stuff, and it's got some cool sounds at the beginning of the video. I watched all of his videos. They're awesome. The Northrop video, it's one of the standards that everybody watches. It's very long. I watched it completely through twice. All right, well, I'm here to show you a few of my study notes. I'm not going to go over like all the questions, but like on King's Academy, I would,
if I missed a question, like for an example, which condition results in the formation of frost? And I would put the answer down here. Then another question, then the answer, another question, then the answer. And I had sheets and sheets and sheets of these missed questions, you know, and that was something that really helped me. I also have my notebook. I started out with airspace, and just continued to just try to, you know, gain knowledge and stuff about clouds and formation and radiation fog. But one of the things I think helped me the best was all of these things. These are my flashcards that I created myself. For an example, question: the amount of water vapor which air can hold depends on the what? And this is the question. On the other side, I had the answer: the air temperature. These 100 flashcards, notebook, and this is how you pass the 107 exam. I just say good luck and work hard, and the most important thing is that you sign up for the test and make a commitment to do it. All right. This is Mark Hurley. I'll catch you later. Have a good day. God bless.